Hello everyone. Meghan Markle knows she is screwed. She can no longer rely on Harry to help her succeed. Interesting enough, we can absolutely believe that they are going to end up getting divorced. Harry is no longer useful, or Meghan has a better prey. Either way, it is enough for us. We're seeing a soap opera with Harry and Meghan, and these royals acting out royal life. And I'm breaking it down, trying to give meaning and understanding to a bunch of wackadoos who don't know what they're doing will result in harsh critical thinking from me regarding this couple's information. I do this. I assist teens make excellent life choices. Everyone needs work. Harry and Meghan, especially Harry, don't know how to listen and understand to go through life. Harry has no idea, and Meghan thinks she did well, leaving the royal family, but now they're in a royal rut. They made bad life choices and are in a rut with this marriage and their careers. I'm just going to focus on CBS's producers and how Hollywood doesn't want anything to do with her. A real dilemma. You hear me? Let's discuss a conundrum today. Okay, so this is happening. A royal expert, a historian, has claimed that Harry and Meghan have lost all credibility. This information is being reverberated throughout Hollywood and with people who look at Harry and Meghan because they don't want anything to do with them. She also questions Harry's return to the UK. The expert said that if Harry continues to embarrass the royal family and make an exhibition of himself, the public won't like it, which is part of Harry's problem, because the king and royals in the UK listen to the public because they need their popularity, and they have to go by what the public wants because the public dictates the royal family's moves. That's my opinion. It's not clever if they don't do it, but you have to consider what the people want. If they don't want Harry, they're done. This whole Meghan yelling at the producer's narrative is a sign. It indicates trouble. This indicates Meghan's heat. She is upset about her career not going as planned after leaving the royal family. And these outbursts and screaming at producers show you that you are unhappy with your life circumstances. Imagine if you're happy and all is well in the world, loving life, and something goes wrong. You're like, oh, that's okay, I'm living the dream. Royal biographer Angela Levin told Dan Wooten that Meghan was outraged at the producers for not warning her what would be asked. This is when she answered the interview question. Let's look. Two of you, it's not an army of parents yet, but what are your goals? I guess you must begin. The easiest thing everyone viewing this or who can change it should do is ask, what if it was my daughter? If it was my son, my joyous, loving son or daughter who comes home and one day lives with me? Reviewed this video. I've mentioned it, but the fact that she went off on these producers gives me the inside scoop on Hollywood and how Meghan sees her career failing. She witnesses everything, and her CBS interview tantrums demonstrate she can't take it when things go wrong. Imagine how she feels now that things aren't going her way. They keep failing to impress Hollywood elites. Their situation is poor. With everything going on, Meghan is now recognizing she won't be an A-lister. She realizes it won't happen and must accept being a D-list actor or person. She won't be A-list. She knows it won't happen for her. This is why she accepts D-list status. As I said previously, just pick off where you left off before you married Harry, since you were already a D-lister on that cable show. Do you agree with me? Meghan is a D-list actress? If so, comment number 1. If you have different thoughts, comment number 2, and it would be nice if you included your reasoning. Back to the main issue. Just take up Harry as your handbag. He's the luggage. He's why you have to stay in California and become a D-lister, because he couldn't bring you to A-list. She completed D-list alone. Harry wasn't needed for that. Harry's D-list status wasn't necessary. She must pretend to want him while maintaining a lousy career. The girl rages. Harry's Hollywood transition has been scrutinized and difficult. Even with Meghan's acting skills, the newlyweds face challenges, transitioning from the British monarchy to the competitive and unpredictable Hollywood industry. Thus, they must adapt to new roles and public expectations while competing with Hollywood veterans. The public's opinion of their transformation from royalty to entertainment icons complicates matters, questioning their motives and competence. Hollywood is saying it's all about the money, and the big guys aren't risking their businesses for Harry and Meghan. They won't. I've told you this before. Major A-listers' publicists have been informed that being seen with Harry and Meghan will hurt your marketability because they're the poison in Hollywood. And Meghan knows it. She knows it, and she is suffering from her perceived success that she hoped would fade. Meghan can't go off script, so she exploded in this CBS producer interview over when they deviated, because she must calculate everything. We know she calculated her marriage to Harry. We know it was calculated. This happened with the CBS producers, and Meghan screaming and outraged, showing that Meghan regards herself as a failure among Hollywood A-listers since she cannot get people on her show. We now know her Netflix cooking show with family and friends will premiere later this year. We'll see which friends show up, but she's not really with big-time A-listers who want to be with her. She knows it will impact her Hollywood success. She wants A-list status more than anything, but she knows it's impossible. It won't happen, and she's upset. Last July, Paula Froelich told an outlet that the French CEO noted that longtime Sussex friend Oprah Winfrey had boycotted the Montecito Royals. Even Oprah is done with them. Why didn't she do this CBS interview? They hired Jane Pauley, who has a new Sunday morning show. These indications seem to be telling her she's done. She couldn't get Oprah again. Hollywood stars like Steven Spielberg, Rob Lowe, and others avoid Harry and Meghan because of the town's love of British royalty and pageantry, according to the Royal Observer. Meghan erred because William and Catherine said nothing. They haven't published a book or Netflix documentary. Their insistence on doing what they do best has cost Meghan and Harry a Hollywood reputation. And Meghan is going insane. Hot, unhappy, and furious girl. Your lack of backup plans leaves them royally screwed. Your backup? I think Meghan will become a D-lister. Your backup plan? She'll aim for D-list status rather than A-list. She won't be pleased even as a D-lister. How the public and Hollywood elites view her will determine her success. We know Hollywood is about connections. Thus, Hollywood is no longer endorsing Meghan. Without Hollywood insiders saying, "Oh, so-and-so's, okay, they're good people. You have nothing. Your career is ruined." Meghan was avoided by celebrities at Hampton Summit. Apparently, they avoided Meghan during the Women's Business Summit. They avoided photos with Meghan. The Duchess of Sussex posed with fashion designer and friend Misha Nonu and beauty maven Bobby Brown at the G9 Ventures Summer Summit, sponsored by power broker Amy Griffith. According to News Nation's Paula Froelich, Markle was not photographed with event-goers Gwyneth Paltrow, Reese Witherspoon, or Diane Sawyer. They now know that posing with Meghan is a tacit acceptance that she can exploit to promote herself, because we know she will. She'll try to get you on her podcast. She'll say, "Oh, by the way, would you come on my show if you take a picture with her or show Meghan kindness? May I be your friend?" Because they know it won't be a simple photo. We'll follow up on trying to use them. They say, avoid it totally. Many thanks. No photographs. Meghan can now attend their gatherings. She can live there, but they're not friends. Meghan, they see you coming a mile away and won't be your friend. They notice that, and I think your non-royalty causes people not to want to support you. They prefer the actual royals to the rogue, perpetrating, and fraudulent royals you mentioned. Markle reportedly flew from Santa Barbara with entrepreneur Jamie Kern-Lima to the one-day event to network with female businesses and gain advice before launching her lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. Since this article, Paltrow, Witherspoon, and Sawyer have not responded to Meghan-related comments. Harry and Meghan appear to be royally screwed. Meghan dislikes Harry. Harry dislikes his situation. I know this money will come when he turns 40 in September. However, that's not enough to live off one. As they try to succeed in Hollywood, you watch their downfall. This CBS interview tantrum proves Meghan is falling from grace royally, as she thinks she is. Go ahead, girl, fall royally. Let yourself fall royally, since that's all you have to your name. All your efforts have failed. and that's what you deserve for how you've treated others. Clearly, we know why she married him: money, status, pride, desperation. She was hitting middle age, had no property of her own, no acting work in the pipeline, no children, down to her last $40,000, and went to England in search of a rich man. She found one and started her divisive antics as soon as the ring was on her finger, complaining ungratefully that the $30,000 wedding was a spectacle paid for by UK taxpayers, and yet she would have screamed louder if the wedding was smaller and cheaper, and not as grand as William and Catherine. Next came the accusations, the threat of suicide, and the resignation after just 15 months. She wanted to pay for royal tours, seemingly not aware that the allowances, jewels, designer clothes, free royal house, security, servants, chauffeur car, and holidays, etc. are the payment. She was unworthy, uninterested in succeeding at the job, disliked duty and working, and fled back to California eventually because she tried to make royal life all about her, unsuitable for a life of duty. According I know, Meghan feels entitled and always has, and apparently hasn't gotten along well with other cast members and producers, so that might be one of the reasons why she never became an A-list actress. No, I'm not sexist. For women actresses who start out as pretty faces usually have a shorter career than their male counterparts. Of course, since most young actresses are cast as ingenues, roles dry up quickly once women are a certain age if they can't succeed as character actresses. One wonders why Meghan never attempted to play the dinner theater circuit or to accept off-Broadway roles. Indeed, her resume never listed any theatrical roles she had at Northwestern when she was a drama major. How sad are those two grifters? Meghan can be sad, but she brought it on herself. She had it all, and she threw it away with both hands. Meghan can't understand why they are so disliked and seen through so clearly. Meghan believes if she says it, all will fall to their knees in love with her. Sadly, people fall to their knees, but it's laughing at the propaganda and lies they're telling. Rewriting history doesn't make it true. She sadly fails to grasp this truth. Okay, let's continue to indulge in illusions and sleep in them. Soon, she will die in illusions because she cannot wake up. She would rather live in the illusion of success than accept failure. Do you agree with me? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you for watching my video. I wish I could get your likes, shares, and subscriptions. Please help me achieve my dream. Now, goodbye, and see you again.